Welcome back to Young Tripp Reactions. The next video that we're going to do is all three people in a polyamory relationship got herpes. This is crazy. Check this out. I'm actually reacting to this in real time, y'all. This also goes along with the video that I did with the woman who ended up getting herpes too. I may actually link this into two videos and link it into one. We'll see. But let's just get into this.
Asking people for their my charts, because not only did I receive, y'all gotta start asking people for their my charts, because not only did I receive one, not two, but three patients during clinicals that tested positive for herpes. All of them pointing fingers at each other, not knowing who the initial person was who gave it to them. All polygamists, all going to swingers parties.
Nah, dog. See?
All just being careless. You learn very early about, one, your body, number two, diseases, and you also learn, number three, about protection. You should always be protected, even if you are unsure. One of the patients said that they've known the other one for over 10 years. It does not matter how long you think you know somebody. These diseases, they come. These viruses, they come. They come over years. Sometimes you mess with one partner and it won't be until 5-6 years later where you get your first flare-up. One person out the group had a flare-up. The next week, the other person had the flare-up, and the other one was just having pneumonia symptoms. Still.
This is crazy. One actually having a flare-up, the other one having pneumonia symptoms. This is, just so y'all can know, this is a nurse or a doctor at a hospital who's telling, this. Obviously, she's not, like, releasing anything like names and stuff. You can publicly talk about, situations at a hospital, but you can't, give like names or anything about, who it is, but you can tell stories like how this lady is doing now, just to kind of clear all that up. But this is crazy. Three people in a polyamory relationship, and they all three got herpes and don't know who started it all, who gave it to who first. This is crazy. Back to it.
Tested positive. I have seen is that pneumonia symptoms or flu-like symptoms is definitely a sign. But when you're getting these cuts and these questionable bumps and lesions on your private parts or around your mouth or even inside of your mouth, get that checked.
This is crazy. Getting bumps, downstairs, and you got bumps in your mouth, outside of your mouth. This is crazy. But people will sit here and talk about, oh, I don't want to talk to somebody who's legally blind because I'm worried about what my friends are going to think. But you will kick it with somebody who got bumps all over their face, bumps all in their mouth, bumps all over their lips, bumps below the waist. This is crazy, yo. Back to it.
Or, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to the septum nose. I don't know what's up with these chicks that's getting these septum rings inside of their face. It's like a pandemic of that shit. Outside of that, though, I think that the best course of action, honestly, is just to stay with your person. Y'all don't get it. You just don't get it. When you multiply and you add in other factors, you also exponentially multiply the possibility that you are going to get something. And so, I don't even believe in people when they be lying to me and telling me, no, man, I ain't got nothing, or, you know what, raw's law, but I just been lucky up to this point. Bullshit. Bull. That's nonsense, because Statistically speaking, it's a lot of people that have it, and they say one out of what, every three or some crap like that got something, holding on to something that's permanent and getting a disease in threes because you with multiple different people living a swinger's lifetime. First of all, you beyond poly if you being a swinger, because now you adding other factors into it. I don't think condoms matter anymore. I genuinely don't, because there's diseases that you can get that it doesn't matter whether you wear a condom or not. And I know that most people aren't even wearing a condom. People, and y'all want to say, hey, get tested and all of this stuff. Getting tested don't prevent you from getting it. You know what I'm saying? Because it only take you to get it one time, or for you to deal with the wrong person one time and go raw. And then when you test it, that's after the fact that you find it out. So now you can now get on the medicines that continue to make the pharmaceutical companies rich. And now you can start having a conversation with them on how you got to take it for the rest of your life and then fuck up your liver or some shit like that, because you didn't want to take care of business. You didn't want to be on top of things, and you didn't want to be a good person. You know what I'm saying? And so my solution to people, because again, shout out to the medical professionals that love to tell everybody business. I love y'all because y'all definitely keep the platform popping. My recommendation for people is this: stay out the mix. It's not worth it. It's never worth it. Stay out the mix, because the mix got a bunch of piss in the mix. And all you're going to find is people that are complaining, or women that's hiding their status, or guys that's hiding their status. And then they just going to go ahead and tell you you love you. They on a dating apps, they on Instagram, they DMing you, they trying to get to you. And I'm talking about men and women. This is not discriminating against anybody. They're going after people regardless, and because they don't have anything to lose, they're going to take you down with them. They want to take you down just on some regular shit. Forget the herpes and the HIV and all of this stuff, and then people talk about, oh, I'm taking PrEP. Man, get the hell out of here, bro.
And it's crazy just to hear people talk about, I'm taking PrEP. Why not just, get with somebody good, rock out with somebody good, who cares what your friends or family or what anybody else think, rock out with who want to rock out with you, and just leave it at that, than trying to be a swinger, a switch hitter, whatever you want to call it. Because I even heard people call it a switch hitter. Usually it's like some of these older cats who go out to the Philippines. You know how I am about Filipino women and how I rock with them real hard. But I've heard of some of these older cats, or maybe some people who are even like in their late 30s as well too. Refer to, oh, my girlfriend loves a switch hitter and all this other stuff, which it's like, what the? Why do you even want to be a switch hitter? And then two, the Philippines isn't even as developed as the U.S. for you to have the proper medications and the stuff like that for things like this, the herp and the HH and all that. Man, boy, no, switch hitter, no, I don't want to be no dang on switch hitter, a swinger, whatever. Heck no. I want to be in a normal, loving, happy relationship. I mean, it's cool if some people want to have a person that you kicking it with, while you may be looking for something real serious or something like that. But that one person, we ain't bringing 2 and 3 other people and all this and that and risking catching stuff and getting, heck no. Heck no, bruh. This is crazy. Back to it.
And they getting pregnant on top of that. And so it's just not worth it. I don't care how pretty she is. I don't care how bad she is. I don't care how much you like him and all of this stuff. And then when people start adding in that, I think that's the instant red flag nowadays for me. People are oversexed. They are super promiscuous. They love adding other factors into it. that you don't know. They'll add in somebody that they never met before. And then they talking about they all coming in with threes. Is it two girls and one guy, hopefully, at the very least? And then when you get it, I think that y'all should have to stay together. I think that people that get tested and they both got it, I think that they should be required to stay together. They can't break up. And if those are the only people that you can have sex with. I don't believe in love after lockup or whatever it is that y'all want to talk about or whatever. I believe that people just need to stay with each other and stop spending time trying to find more additional love, because ain't nothing else out there for you, coach.
Mine are small. They always start off small. Go get
for you, coach. It's over for you.
Especially when you're having a flare-up. Please, something so minor, small, they always start off small. Go get them swabbed. Go get them tested. This is not something that you will find in your normal panel. You have to ask for it. So I'm saying all this to say, y'all, be careful out there. Ask for the my charts. If you don't want to ask somebody for their my chart, ask them the last time they've been tested. If they don't want to answer, go get
that is not going to save y'all. Listen. Asking somebody for their my chart, because that's the new wave. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not tripping off of what she's saying, because, you know, she just trying to do the right thing and warn people and give people an example of what they don't want to go into. And so shout out to her. But asking somebody for their my chart is not going to stop you from getting whatever it is that they got, honestly. People even finessing on that. People are finessing on the... People are finessing on their my charts. And
you ain't lying, because somebody probably, can invent a fake my chart. You can have ChatGPT create a template. You can get bits and pieces of your my chart to show what you want to show and all that. And boy, that ain't gonna work either. You just need to be careful who you kick it with. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And don't just be out here just kicking it with whoever and whatever. Back to it.
Tell you something else. Nobody asks anybody for their my charts either. I don't care how much they lie to you on the internet. I don't care how much they act like that they do. These chicks is not asking dudes for their my charts. Flat out.
Test it together. It's okay. Some people do neglect their personal hygiene and their personal practices, but it is your responsibility as someone who is sleeping with their partner, sleeping with that person, that you understand that you are at risk. You should treat everybody, and all of my healthcare providers and my healthcare workers can attest to this. You should treat everybody as if they are infectious. Everybody. This is bodily fluid. This is blood. This is, you guys, we should not be playing about this. I know we live in a generation right now where being a 304 and all of that, escorts, all that is heightened, but y'all, you know that one of them was a sex worker, and they all try to put the blame on her, but the whole time y'all are all dating. It doesn't.
Oh my, what? One of them was out there in these streets? Boy. Oh, like I said, y'all, I'm reacting to this in real time. So that means like I haven't watched this video yet. I'm watching it live with y'all. What the? It's highly likely that she did, but also it could have been one of the other two people too. But it's highly likely that she did, because she was out there getting money to kick it with somebody. Oh, Lord Jesus. Back to it.
Matter, sex worker or not, everybody is at risk.
I just think it's over for the streets. I don't think it's no saving people. People have decided that the sexual liberation movement, and that they want to do what they want to do, and that nobody can tell them anything. And who are we? You know what I'm saying? Who are you to try to convince people to do something that's in their best interest, and they're going to bust it down for a real one? If you are one of the few people that's out here running around, still doing what you want to do, and haven't gotten anything, consider yourself lucky, and I wouldn't continue to push your luck or try to, you know what I'm saying, push it towards something that's not necessarily ideal. I think that people need to be very, very careful on who they talk to. I don't think it's enough at all to just ask somebody for their my chart. If you are a younger person, I know that you probably want to go off to college and get a lot of student loan debt to be in these streets. It's a lot of people that's living these alternative lifestyles, and they want to do this weird thing or this weird thing. And I'm gonna just tell you, not being weird has probably saved me from all of the BS that I see people doing on a regular basis. So all I'm saying is, be very careful, be very straightforward. Don't find yourself in a compromised position, and don't think that it's always going to work out on the, for your best interest on the other side. Most of the time it don't, and people don't care nothing about you. They do not care. They will move on to the next person and never disclose nothing, even though they just found out that they just got something. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to stay on top of everything, y'all.
Booking.com has stays for absolute.
That is crazy. People out here just kicking it with whoever in these streets. Don't know what they got going on. It's crazy, yeah. But you'll talk about, oh, this person who's legally blind, I don't want to kick it with them. I wonder what my friends and them are going to think. Do y'all wonder what y'all friends will think when you end up, with the herp or the, that chlamydia or the or the hip? Like, do you think about what your friends will think about that versus like rejecting somebody because of a disability or, other crazy factors that make these younger generations reject people over stupid stuff? Do you think about that? Because when I think about like myself, right, as I stated in the other video that I did on this topic as well too, do y'all think about what your friends are gonna think about you, knowing that you may have that 3-letter package, or that you have the herp? Do you think about that? Because to me, if I compare my situation, right, which is the nickname for it is called HIDE, which is severe visual impairment due to lack of oxygen to the brain at birth, in my case, but it's the fact of having lack of oxygen to the brain that interrupts the eyes getting the information as fast as normal. Like a person who can see normally, mine is delayed sending that message to the brain, exactly what I'm seeing. I don't understand why somebody would think that it would be silly or crazy to date somebody like me, but this is the crazy thing. But you'll go kick it with somebody who may have that 3-letter package or the herp, and you think that's cool, and you don't worry about what your friends gonna think until after the fact, or you out here talking about, oh, well, we got PrEP now. Well, but you'll be like, oh, well, I don't want to kick it with somebody who's legally blind and, them having, eyesight issues. And what is my friends going to think? What is my family going to think? Do you wonder what your family going to think after you catch these diseases from being out here in these streets? Because I would rather want to talk to somebody who will really be there for me. And yeah, they may have some type of eyesight issue or some type of other disability even, or whatever. I would rather kick it with them than be out here in these streets, just catching stuff with people and trying to impress my friends and all that. Because more likely you could end up losing those friends once you got that 3-letter package, especially. Because if people already act silly about my eye condition, like I said, I even had one chick who who asked me or said to me, I don't want my future kids to catch your condition, or I don't want to catch your condition, saying stupid stuff when as I just explained to y'all, and as people have heard my recovery song, my eye condition is a brain injury, that happened during my birth. And like I said, it's called HERPES, severe visually impairment, which, makes it where the lack of oxygen is cut off to the brain, and it can mess up different things. Obviously, mine was obviously just vision and a little bit of memory loss, but obviously it can cause a lot more issues. But my situation is not so bad, like, oh, we shouldn't date him, we can't date him, he can't be in a normal regular relationship or anything, or you're going to be able to catch my condition. Like I said, like how this one girl thought that she could catch my condition if she was in a relationship with me, or thought that my situation was something that if she had kids with me that they could get it. You so worried about that, but you got so many young people out here who, they're worried about that, but they're not worried about catching that 3-letter package, or chlamydia, or the herp, or anything. Like, it's so backwards. And now, like how you heard Anton say, and like I'm saying now too, people out here talking about, oh, I take prep now to try to, keep me right and try to, stay on top of things. That's how they stand on top of things now. Not trying to be in a serious relationship, not changing up their methods, not changing the type of people that they date, not changing the type of people they kick it with, or nothing like that. It's, I'm preparing myself for if I get this. But you out here rejecting somebody because of eyesight issues. And I can tell you like this, I'll take a visually impairment every day of the week over herp, over that 3-letter package, over chlamydia, over any of that any day. I'll take a visually impairment any day of the week, so that I can go and be in a good, decent, serious relationship and not have to tell somebody I got 3-letter packages, herp, chlamydia, or any of that, where I can be in a serious, decent relationship with whoever or whatever I want to be with. So, and not be rejected because of any type of disease, with me trying to date so I can date any pretty girl I want to date. But let me know what y'all think. Drop a comment. I'll have the link back to Anton's video in the description. 20% off your first order of Chase Handley, 40% off for life. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace. Drop comments. Tell me what y'all think.